Hey, Drew.
So, Jennifer, tell me a little bit about what you do. It sounds like you have quite an interesting career.
Yeah, I do everything I love, so I highly recommend that. Um, I act, I teach, I direct, I coach, I mentor, I parent, I'm married. You know, I got a few things I do every week. A few
Just a
things,
little.
a couple
How
things.
how do you balance it all?
Oh yeah. I try to exercise. That's one thing, you know. And I've always loved exercising because I grew up dancing. I grew up started when I was 4. So I had a real discipline and just like right away I started to understand how important it is to get those endorphins, from exercising. Are you someone who likes to exercise? Not
I
everyone
love
does.
it. I do. I
Okay.
love it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's my happy place. So if I can get at least 3 workouts in a week, then I can balance. That's really key for me.
Same, same. I try to do it as much as I can when I can, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, at least I get something in.
Yeah, yeah. It's really good for your mindset.
Exactly. So tell me a little bit about some of the projects you're working on now.
Uh, well, the one that I'm really passionately promoting and excited about is Debris. So that's airing on NBC right now. It airs on Monday nights, and we're coming up to the season finale. My character is appearing in the season finale, so I'm excited for people to see that. And it's just been such a special job. I don't really know how else to describe it other than really special. And these don't come around that often. So I felt really lucky.
Good for you. And tell me, how would you describe your role?
I played Julia Maddox. So Julia is married to Craig. Craig is played by Norbert Leo Butz, and he's the head of a very secret faction. He works in the CIA, and they are collecting and investigating and studying this debris matter that has fallen to the earth. Okay, so what's interesting though is I'm playing a character that has no idea what her husband does because he can't talk about his work. And so within the marriage where you can only talk about, what you had for lunch as opposed to what's happening at work for him, we have a son who is severely disabled in a wheelchair, can't communicate, barely. He can move his eyes and raise his hand, but no speaking. Um, and it's because of a car accident that my character had when he was 4 years old. And there's just extreme guilt and trauma and depression happening for Julia because of never being able to get over this traumatic accident. So that's really weighing on their marriage, and that's the piece of Debris that's interesting in the show, is that it's touched on um, as we go along, but it's definitely, a B storyline, right? It's not one of the main storylines. So the fans have really loved it whenever they get a glimpse into his home life, because when I was brought into the show, I had a conversation with the show creator, Joel Wyman, and he explained to me that Craig's character was the only one that the audience would be going home with. So that's an interesting thing right there. Like when you get to a glimpse into a character's home life, how does that humanize a person? So yeah, so it's been fun to be a part of that.
It's incredible. And what would you say was the biggest challenge of playing this role?
The biggest challenge, just the depths of the depths of despair. It reminds me of a line from Anne of Green Gables. Do you know that show, Anne of Green Gables?
Yes, yes, in the book,
Yeah,
yes.
the book, and I did the musical when I was 16. So yeah, the depths of Julia's despair, like those are really dark places to go, and so I had to do a lot of preparation to do some of the scenes that I was asked to do. But I had full support, and I love it. I love the darker material. Love comedy, but Give me something juicy and dark. I'm into it.
And where do you want to see your character go next season?
That's a great question. Well, first, I'm so excited to hear when an announcement will happen. Everyone's waiting with bated breath, Um, but I would love to see. I would love to see if Julia and Craig do get divorced or not, because that was something that happened in episode 9, was that I told him I was filing for divorce. So I'm interested to see if that's actually going to happen or not.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know it's going to come back because I'm throwing it out into the universe behind me.
Thank
So,
you. Manifesting.
yep, we're manifesting. And yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with that.
Yeah, me too.
And what's next for you now that the show's getting ready to wrap?
Uh, well, I teach a lot, and that's something that I'm really, again, very passionate about. So I've got lots of classes right now, and amazing students that I'm working with, lots of auditions that I've done that are out in the ether, just like you said, seeing what's coming back. That's really the norm for an actor, is you don't know what you're doing next until it's like, hurry up and get to set. So I don't have anything booked at this moment other than some theater that's coming up, which I'm really excited about. Um, I'll be directing a play, and next summer I'll be doing a production of Kinky Boots, the musical.
Yes, so excited.
So excited.
Yes, that is very exciting. And one thing I like to ask people I interview is tell me a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact. I had a horse when I was growing up. That's kind
Oh,
of
nice. Do you ride? So,
I don't ride anymore, and I should. Yeah, we lived on a farm, and so we had chickens, and we go out and get the eggs in the morning. And our horse's name was Bitsy, and she
that's so
was
cute.
she was like a miniature horse. She was so cute.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
That's
nice. Nice. I love getting the fresh eggs from the chickens. I have friends that have chickens and they always give us a bunch of eggs and stuff and they're so good. So
yeah,
good. There's so
yeah,
much I won't eat store bought eggs anymore.
yeah. It's well. Where do you live? Do you live like in the country?
In Pennsylvania,
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were when I was growing up at this time. We weren't right in a city. We were in the outskirts too. So it was uh, it was a treat. They always taste better.
Absolutely. Yeah. And since we're a TV site, what are you watching on TV these days?
We are watching Mayor of Easttown. So Kate Winslet. And it's interesting watching her performance. And I read an article with her about her preparation for this role. And it really reminded me of some of the things that I had done in my work getting ready to play Julia. Um, that character also has a very traumatic experience that happened with her son. I won't give any spoilers if nobody's seen it yet, but so we're watching that. I love watching her work. We just watched Nomadland. That was fantastic. Uh, we're watching, well, I like to say this because, I'm a huge fan of Jonathan Tucker now, knowing him, and I had not seen Kingdom. So we binged that. We watched Kingdom. That was
Mm.
fantastic. And what else? Is there anything else? Oh, there's a show called The Mosquito Coast. We're checking that out right now too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list. I can't wait to check that out too.
Yeah. 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 It's good.
Yeah. And where can we find you on social media so everyone can keep following you?
Well, my Instagram is at Jennifer May Copping. So it's MAY. And my Twitter is at Jennifer Copping. I just kept it really simple, not that hard.
Beautiful. Well, I'll
Yeah.
send you a follow and thank you for taking the time today. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. You as well, Sammy. It's nice to
Thank
meet you.
you. Likewise. Have a good day.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.